The answer is
yes!
Titanfalls Campaign was really good, even years later, and this gotta be my second most favorite campaign I've ever played through. For a first-person shooter, Black Ops 2 being my number one, because oh my gosh, Black Ops 2's campaign was absolutely phenomenal. If anybody hasn't played, go play it now! Then come back and watch this video, okay? Good. So I recently played through Titanfalls Campaign again because it's been years since I last played it, and it was awesome revisiting the game as a certified pilot myself, being completely seriously on what I'm about to say about this campaign. And this campaign truly deserves all of the praise after playing one of the worst FPS game story modes out there. Guess which one is it? You got that right. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Modern Warfare 2023. Come on, we all knew it was Modern Warfare 2023. Yeah, I'm not calling it Modern Warfare 3. The original Modern Warfare 3 was absolutely so much better than 2023. But seriously, what exactly made this campaign almost perfect? And why do so many people love it? Was it the level design? What about the main two characters and the villains? Also, what about the story? And for anybody wondering, no, I will not be covering Titanfalls multiplayer since that will take a lot longer to make since, well, it's a multiplayer and I have to talk about all of the maps, the game modes, and also the Frontier Defense mode, which is its own whole separate mode in the game. So I'm probably going to make a separate video talking about it sometime in the future, because right now I'm currently thinking about making a video about Alien Isolation, which is one of my most favorite horror games of all time. Well, so let's just hurry up and get into the video because it's taking way too long. So yeah. Our first mission begins as Jack Cooper, a rifleman for the militia. Our commanding officer, Dia Lastimosa, greets us as we enter a simulation.
Ah, much better.
And this game, it's
beautiful!
For a game from 2016, the graphics are phenomenal, aged like fine wine. The tutorial is great too. This is the pilot's gauntlet. This is where we learn all of the mechanics of the game, like wall running, sliding, and some of the different weapons. Also, we get to talk to Lastimosa a little bit.
We've taken over a quarter of Frontier space since the Battle of Demeter. Militia's better organized now. More people join every day to fight the IMC. People like you.
And lore-wise, the pilot's gauntlet is actually canon, and Lastimosa is training us to become a pilot through this simple short mission, which is pretty cool. Also, it took me so long just to beat the gauntlet in 30 seconds. Like, oh my gosh, I have no clue how some people managed to beat this thing in like 20 seconds. Also, I found this pretty weird glitch in the game, which is, well, yeah, I got to explore outside of the map, so yeah, pretty cool. But then all of a sudden, we're pulled out of the simulation. The militia is under attack, and we're called to duty. After landing, we fight our way through the battlefield. It's intense, but suddenly... Damn, BT! You almost killed me, man. Lastimosa helps us out by hiding us, so we'll be protected and hard to be seen. We wake up to someone cutting an ear off. These are the Apex Predators, a deadly mercenary group for the IMC. After we wake up for the second time, we find Lastimosa injured. He gives us his helmet and links us to BT, becoming his new pilot. After burying Lastimosa, we start our first adventure. We're off to find some batteries. As we search for the batteries, we get to show off all of our skills we learned during the pilot's gauntlet.
Just like the simulation.
After getting the batteries and putting them in BT, we can finally pilot our first Titan, and then an enemy Titan lands, and we get to fight our first Titan.
Warning, battery essential. Down.
And after defeating him, we're off to find Major Anderson's last known location. As BT and Cooper search for Anderson's last known location, we find some other pilots fighting the IMC.
That BT? Good to see you, Captain. We could use some help.
Oh, they think we're Lastimosa. Yo, other pilots. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say, but he's dead. After fighting through IMC forces to try to reach Major Anderson's last known location, Cooper and BT get split up, which means we're gonna have to go through the facility by ourselves. As we travel through this place, we start to hear someone's voice speaking directly to us.
Welcome to stay as long as it takes to tell you. Which, by the way,
After a while, we find some militia soldiers. We move along and we finally find BT.
Overriding pump circuit. Emergency shutdown initiated.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to survive for a while by ourselves. Sadly, without BT.
Pump shutdown sequence complete.
After all of that, we finally are able to pilot BT again. Alright, BT, let's get out of here, man. I hope there isn't anybody else we gotta fight.
You were not invited to Kane's party. And that's why you're dead. Well, well. Another runaway hero. With an SRS Vanguard class Titan. Woo! Now we're talking!
We face off one of the first Apex Predators, Kane. There is another enemy Titan, so we must have to take care of them first as we try to dodge some of Kane's attacks. And after killing Kane, we finally take his helmet radio. Now we're able to hear the Apex Predators Discord calls.
Sloan, this is Blisk. The IMC have almost sealed the Ark. It's time to prepare the Draconis.
Copy. Got myself 3 captured militia.
Cooper and BT try to take a shortcut through a massive IMC production facility. They are making automated Titans. As we travel through, we keep going deeper and deeper into this place as we hear Blisk and his Discord kidding Ash speaking about us. After finding our way to an elevator, BT gets caught by a robotic arm. We're split up once more and are unable to communicate with him anymore. We must find BT and regroup with BT for the second time now. There's so much I have to say about this mission because how good it is. And this is gonna be one of my favorite missions because of its environment and the level design. We're in a massive facility and as you go through it, you see these buildings getting built and have to navigate through them. Place hopping on and off of each platform. Once we make it near where BT is, we're able to communicate with him again. Next thing we know, the house platform we're on turns sideways and we have to climb all the way back up to the top. And then all of a sudden, we're inside of an arena, which is really cool because, well, it just transforms around you and it's just really cool to see all the buildings you were just on turning into one big arena. Then all of a sudden, some other soldiers come in and it turns out Ash was kind of torturing them and forcing them to fight. So yeah. Oh yeah, also they all died. There's nothing you can do about it. They just die. And then shortly after we find BT and as we escape, another boss fight. This boss fight took me a little longer to do because, well, Ash, she is not easy on master difficulty. And then finally, when we finally kill her, BT and Cooper find their way out of the IMC facility. We make it to another IMC facility, but this time it's a research facility. So far we don't know what they're researching here. This place looks pretty old and abandoned, but
Overseer requests all teams working on the Ark analysis report to the lecture hall for General Marder's presentation. Thank you.
yep, ladies and gentlemen, this mission has time travel. And as we jump down and rejoin with BT once again for like the 3rd time now, we find Major Anderson and oh, he's in the ceiling. How the hell do you even get up there, man? After we get his helmet, we give it to BT and it activates a hologram recording.
Major Anderson, 2 weeks ago we intercepted IMC comms. They found something on Typhon. A massive blast of energy was discharged at this location, creating time distortions. I want SRS on the ground to infiltrate the facility.
Roger that. I'll get some answers.
This wrist-mounted device we recovered during Operation Grizzly should protect you. We know the IMC have contracted Kuben Blisk and his mercenaries to protect something critical there, so watch your back. And Anderson, you know how much I love writing death reports, so don't go it alone. The SRS is a team.
Nice. Maybe next time you can throw me.
Noted.
Is that foreshadowing? To find the other half of Major Anderson's body, we get a device that lets us travel back to the past. The rest of the mission is awesome. Having to use the time travel device through areas, and it's really awesome seeing how the NPCs react to you appearing and disappearing out of nowhere. They have dialogue too and start freaking out when you appear out of nowhere. And as we enter another area, we're able to play another one of Major Anderson's logs.
Activating log playback. Anderson log 341. The IMC found something, all right. It can fold space and time. It sure as hell didn't build it, but they're restoring it. Whatever they're planning, it's potentially catastrophic. finish now.
And as we head out to scan the fold weapon, well, there's no better way to describe this part other than showing you, so enjoy.
BT?
We find out that it was actually us that caused this place to, well, get all abandoned and destroyed, which is really cool. After traveling for a while, we find the beacon and some militia forces. They ask us for some help retrieving a device called the ARC tool, so we are able to send a message to Commander Briggs. We travel through this place, get the ARC tool from a Marvin, which made me sad because the Marvin got sad. Go through this awesome fan section here, where we get pushed by a massive fan, and we finally regroup with BT and the others. The beacon isn't working, and we have to go out and fix it ourselves. Also, when I was nearing the end of this mission, at the worst possible spot ever, because every time I respawned, I kept on dying and dying over again, so I had to restart the whole thing, which sucks. We make it back, put the new module in, and we try to get back, but then another boss fight happens. This boss fight was easier than Ash's because he doesn't come running at you with a 5-ton sword in hand. So it's a lot easier to beat him. After beating him and sending a message to Commander Briggs, she says that she can give BT a new qualified pilot, because remember, we're just a rifleman. But BT says nah, so we're able to continue piloting BT.
Listen up. The IMC have developed a fold weapon. It has the power to destroy entire worlds, but without its power source, the ARC, it is inoperable. Your mission is to capture the ARC before it can leave the airbase. Marauder Corps, weapons hot! Stand by for Titanfall.
As we land and try to make it to the ship, Commander Briggs tags along with us as we fight through waves of enemies, and oh my gosh, it took me so long just to beat this mission on Mastery because there are so many times we have to fight through, especially in the beginning area. They just roll you instantly, and I recommend using the tone loadout the second you get it, because the shield it has. We make it to an elevator and we see the ship the ARC is being carried in. We see Sloan and some other enemy titans getting the ARC into this ship as they talk about someone named Viper. I wonder who that could be. They managed to get away, so we must follow along. This mission starts with, well, Viper, aka the father of Valkyrie from Apex, taking out some of our ships, including the one BT and Cooper are on. We get saved and have to be thrown again by BT. After landing, we take out the cannons and make it to the control room, and we end up piloting the ship, which is crazy. After BT makes it back to the ship, we're able to pilot him again, but Viper is back. We fight him on top of the ship, and once defeated, we're about to be thrown into another ship, and Viper tries to kill BT, but BT manages to take the front part of his Titan off, and we finally kill him. BT lost an arm in the process, and as we make our way into the ship to get the ARC back, we put it inside of BT, and now we can leave.
Get the ARC out of here!
Negative. We are trapped.
What are you doing?
Protocol 3. I will not lose another pilot. Brace for impact.
Money ready. I'll get you your precious cargo, you useless nev. Oi, Titan! You're gonna open up and give me what I want.
Voice command. Not recognized.
Go on. Tell your Titan to open up.
BT, open that hatch when this guy's dead.
BT in his last breath, well, if you can count it as his last breath because, you know, he's a robot, gives us a data knife and a smart pistol. As we escape, Commander Briggs talks to us as we are the only way to turn this fight around, and that she's preparing the last Vanguard class Titan they have left for Titanfall. We make our way to where the Titan is going to land, and yay! BT is back. We fight up a hill where a bunch of Titans are. Luckily, we are being covered by Commander Briggs and the others. We find Sloan and Blisk. This boss fight is one of the best boss fights in the game, but I'll talk about it more in the next section, where I'll talk more about the boss fight. After defeating Sloan, we must stop the fold weapon, but a massive energy surge shuts down BT's system for a little while. And as we lay there, waiting for BT's system to come back on, Blisk finds us.
Yeah, you earned this, eh?
That card looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? BT and Cooper make their way to launch themselves into the fold weapon, so BT can self-detonate to stop it. But then...
Trust me.
No, BT, he's gone for like the second time now. Cooper runs for it, trying to make it to Commander Briggs' ship. We jump and Briggs saves us at the nick of time. And as we leave this planet, it blows up. And after watching all of the credits, we get one last scene with Cooper's helmet spelling out something in Morse code. And that Morse code saying, Jack. As much as I love this campaign and how close it is to being the definition of perfect, there are some problems I do have with it, like its length. The campaign is around 7 hours long if it's your first time playing it, and if it's your second time playing it, then it'll be 5 hours long, which is still longer than Modern Warfare 2023. Number 2, the characters. Cooper and BT get a bit of personality from their dialogue options, but the villains don't really get all that much. The only thing going for them is basic villain dialogue like, oh, I'm gonna kill these innocent people that surrendered because I'm evil and don't care about human life, mwahahaha. I mean, for Ash it makes sense since she's a robot, but for the others, Apex predators, they don't really get all that much. The last few missions in the game are the shortest ones. I wouldn't mind it as long as the missions were fun to play through, which they are, and had something unique about them like the other missions in the game, but for the most part there isn't much in the arc. We get to fly a ship for like 10 seconds and then fight Viper, and that's it. And in another mission, Trial by Fire, it's just fight these Titans, then walk to the next part, fight some more Titans, walk to the next part, fight some more Titans, and that's it. No boss fight or anything. And there's no pilot sections either. Now here's some stuff I do love about this campaign. Number 1, the movement is perfect. Feels fluid and amazing. How even just doing simple stuff as just running around and collecting all of the collectibles, it's just fun because the movement is just amazing, and sliding and wall running feels good. Number 2, the atmosphere and the level design is amazing, especially in Effect and Cause and Into the Abyss. It's amazing seeing all of the cool stuff around and exploring the levels. Number 3, the Titans, they are fun as hell to use, and when you're in a boss fight and you get the boss to critical health and execute them, it's the best feeling in the world. Number 4, every level has its unique thing about them except for the ones I talked about. Effect and Cause has time traveling in it, which makes it one of my favorite missions in the game, and next to that being the last mission because of the smart pistol and how good it feels to use. Number 5, I like that you can hear enemy and friendly riflemen talk to each other. It's really cool. Also, enemies, when you throw grenades at them or any explosives, they'll warn each other that there's a grenade and jump or roll out of the way, which other games don't really do that. And also being able to use enemy spectres against the IMC soldiers, it's pretty neat too. You're able to go up behind them and hack them and they'll fight for you. Also, you can do this in multiplayer too if you didn't know that. Well, that's it. That's the end of the video. I know this video took me like 2 months to make, but that was also cause, well, I was lazy. And I'm thinking about making shorter videos like around 5 minutes long between the longer ones like this, so then I'll have videos up more often. Next video I'm thinking about making it about dinosaurs or alien isolation, I'm not sure. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. So bye, you can leave now.